Welcome to Change Pace Poetry 42. My name is Leland Jamieson. I'm going to read this morning two poems. One of them is a sonnet, an English sonnet, and the other is a sestina. The first is called Doc and Mom Would Get Along. And the superscription says, with Papa at the Army Base Medical Clinic, Venice, Florida. And this is written for SJE, my sister. The doctor's office reeked of iodine and alcohol. Doc shaved my scalp where blood throbbed out. Plus, he asked me, "What monkey shine brought you here? Someone hit you with a stud?" I leaped into a piece of railroad track. What? It's a counterweight, roof of a shed, the Coast Guard dock. Big Sis teased me. Get back at her. I leaped to shore but broke my head. He cleaned me up and stuck a plaster patch where he had shaved me. Next time, when Big Sis and you get in an all-out teasing match, what will you do so's not to come to this? What will I do if she calls me a creep? I'll look, like Mother says, before I leap. And this is another poem of childhood in a somewhat different setting. This is in Luther, Oklahoma, where we were visiting kin. This also is for my sister. You'll see immediately that one of these two characters had a lot of experience and the other none at all. My cousin Jack and I, arms out for balance, towed still warm rails. Our blue jean pockets carried great rusty spikes, one each, that we bent double plucking from ties. I couldn't catch my figure, stilts-like, racing east in setting sunshine, lashing the rails no end with skinny shadows. Short night. The stars' faint gleamings cast no shadows. "Three legs," said Jack, "don't teeter, don't shift balance." Real low, I found her udder warm as sunshine. Jack's rhythmic pings turned into spurts and carried word of how good he was. I couldn't figure out how to finger one teat. Jack did double. Okay, let's swap. She'll fill a pail near double what we've got in there now. We swapped in shadows growing less deep. But then I couldn't figure what switched my new teat's lengths. She shifted balance. A hoof went in the pail and kicked, which carried it out the shed. White, somersaulting sunshine. "Whoops," Jack said. "That will drive away the sunshine I'd hoped we'd see in Grandpa's face. Make double trouble. It's wicked to waste. He'd have carried some to a neighbor. Let's keep to the shadows today. Mom says he often loses balance. Says older folks can act real strange. Go figure." I fetched the pail for Jack. "What do you figure made her do that?" He squinted in the sunshine. "One of us probably pinched a teat. On balance, it's usually that. Happens now and then. Double the work. You pump, I'll wash. Look at our shadows right up against the house the sunshine's carried." And in Grap's window on his wall, it's carried a Stilts light here beside the pump. He'll figure we're up to nothing good with those dumb shadows dancing there. Grams will be our indoor sunshine. Her funny bone is sharp. She'll tease with double meanings and riddles. Trust Grams keeps her balance. Our half-pail gleamed in sunshine when we carried it in. Graham smiled, great double chins. You figure, on balance, steak and eggs could fatten shadows? Always be prepared, right? I can't say goodbye without inviting you to my website, jamiesonspoetry.com, and suggest that you look there not only for In Vitro, from which these two poems came, the sonnet and the sestina, but also this little guide for teachers, high school teachers of English, making poetry, making metaphor poems by simile and rhyme. If you want to bring some excitement into your classroom this spring, when April is Poetry Month, you might want to take a look at this and see how some people do it. And with that said, I'll say goodbye and thank you for joining me at Change Pace Poetry.